The world tells us that once we pass 50, we should slow down, walk, don't run, lift light, avoid strain, and embrace a gentle path. It sounds like sensible advice, a responsible way to protect ourselves as we age. But beneath this well-meaning guidance, a silent crisis is taking place. It's an epidemic that most people over 51T even notice until it's too late. According to research in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy, a staggering 70% of chronic lower back pain in adults over 50 is uncaused by aging or arthritis. And the primary culprit, the glutes, the largest, most powerful muscles in your body, just lying dormant while we carefully walk through life. They are vital for maintenance, but they are not armor. They are not protection. For decades, we've been conditioned to believe that cautious movement equals safety. But every gentle step taken without resistance, every day spent avoiding a challenge, is slowly teaching our bodies to fail when it matters most. The consequences are devastating. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related hospitalizations for people over When these core muscles fail, your body loses its natural shock absorbers, its stabilizers, and its protective pillars. But there is a powerful solution, a form of resilience, just waiting to be unlocked. A long-term study from the University of Colorado discovered something remarkable. Adults over 50 with strong glute muscles had a resting metabolic rate up to 12% higher than those with weak glutes. That translates to more energy, better blood sugar control, and true functional independence. It's not about vanity, it's about vitality. This journey doesn't start with heavy weights in a crowded gym. It begins with small, deliberate movements designed to reawaken the connection between your brain and your muscles, retraining patterns lost to caution and time. Imagine a life where standing up from a chair, climbing a flight of stairs, or getting out of the car is effortless and pain-free. Imagine feeling confident and stable on your feet, even on a slippery sidewalk, without the constant fear of falling. This isn't a fantasy, it's a biomechanical reality backed by science. This journey begins with awareness. It's about understanding that what we've been told is safe might have been incomplete. It's realizing that every cautious routine and every small avoidance has quietly sculpted our bodies toward fragility. And most importantly, it's knowing that the very muscles that protect our spine stabilize our hips. In the videos to come, we will explore the 5 essential movements to rebuild your strength after 50. These exercises are guided by scientific research and physical therapy principles, focusing on restoring function, not just form. They build true safety, not just activity, real power, not just motion. Because after 50, strength isn't optional, it's survival. The question is, are you ready to wake up the muscles you've long ignored and reclaim control over your body before pain or injury decides for you? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for the next video in our series, where we'll start with the first foundational movement to unlock your strength. Welcome back. If you thought part 1 was just about waking up to the problem of dormant glutes, part 2 is where we start solving it. We're moving from awareness to action with exercises that look simple but are incredibly powerful, especially if you're over 50. These aren't about looks or speed. They're about survival, stability, and staying independent. Our first move is the step up. It seems basic, right? But think about it. Climbing stairs, stepping onto a curb, getting into a car. These are daily tests of your strength, balance, and control. Here's a shocking fact. Just walking, which we all do, only activates about 1/3 of your glute strength. That means 2/3 of your body's main stabilizers are just sitting there, asleep on the job. Step-ups change that. They wake up your gluteus maximus and medius and fire up those crucial stabilizing muscles in your core and hips. When you do them correctly, pressing through the heel of your front foot and controlling your movement instead of using momentum, literally retraining your brain to use the right muscles in the right order. The result? You'll find climbing stairs easier, your single leg balance will improve, and your risk of falling will drop significantly. A 2021 study from the University of Florida backs this up. They found that adults over 60 who did a 6-week step-up program improved their single leg strength by 27% and their stair stability by 33%, all without using heavy weights. That's not just a number. That's real, measurable resilience. Now, I know some people avoid this exercise. They're afraid of feeling unstable or getting hurt. But ironically, avoiding it is what makes you weaker and more dependent on handrails or help for things you used to do automatically. The good news is, step-ups are easy to do safely. Start with a low platform, just 6 to 12 inches high. Keep a chair or wall nearby for balance. Focus on pushing through that front heel. Just 2 or 3 sets of 8 reps on each side, twice a week, is enough to start seeing a change. What feels tough today will become your freedom tomorrow. Our second essential movement is the glute kickback. This one is so simple, it's easy to dismiss. It's just a small leg lift, either standing or on your hands and knees. But don't be fooled. This little movement targets the gluteus maximus, the powerhouse muscle that controls your hip extension, keeps you standing tall, and powers your walking. When this muscle is weak, your lower back and hamstrings have to work overtime, leading to chronic strain, bad posture, and pain. The key to kickbacks is precision. It's about a deliberate squeeze at the top of the movement and a slow, controlled return. You're building that mind-body connection, teaching your nervous system to fire your glutes first, not the weaker muscles trying to compensate. Studies have shown that in just 4 weeks, older adults who practiced targeted glute activation regained balance, confidence, hip control, and a more stable walk. It's a small move with a huge impact on your daily safety. The real danger isn't in doing the exercise, but in neglecting it. When you dismiss these movements as too simple, you're allowing years of silent decay to continue. Every wobbly step reinforces bad habits that chip away at your independence. On the flip side, consistent, mindful practice strengthens both your body and your brain, reconnecting the pathways for safe, confident movement. Here's how to do them. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair and hold on lightly for balance. Lift one leg straight back without arching your spine. Pause at the top and really squeeze that glute muscle. Then, slowly bring your leg back down. Aim for 10 to 12 reps on each side for 2 or 3 sets, a few times a week. This simple routine starts a reactivation process that you can't put a price on. Your glutes wake up, your hips become stable, and your body remembers how to move without fear. Step-ups and glute kickbacks are more than just exercises. They're a declaration. They tell your body and your brain that age isn't a life sentence, that strength, stability, and independence are yours to reclaim. These are the first 2 movements in our series of 5. Each one builds on the last, creating a pathway back to freedom of movement. Next time, we'll explore the glute bridge, an exercise you do lying down but has explosive power. But for now, understand this: the journey to resilience is deliberate, precise, and totally achievable. It's these small, consistent actions that will unlock the strength that years of caution have hidden away. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our series on reclaiming strength and stability after 50. So far, we've learned that just walking or light stretching isn't enough to combat decades of neglect. Our body's most powerful stabilizers, the glutes, have been silently weakening, chipping away at our balance and independence. Today, in part 3, we're refocusing on 2 exercises that are absolute game changers: the glute bridge and the seated band abduction. They might look simple, but they are the cornerstone of rebuilding functional resilience. These movements don't just train muscles, they retrain your nervous system, restoring control, proper alignment, and confidence in your everyday life. First up, the glute bridge. Don't let its simplicity fool you. You lie on your back, bend your knees, lift your hips, and lower them. But what's really happening here is incredible. This exercise targets your gluteus maximus with surgical precision, waking it up while taking the stress off your lower back and hamstrings. This is so important because when your glutes are weak, your spine takes on a load it was never designed for, leading to chronic pain, poor posture, and a higher risk of falling. The glute bridge teaches your body to shift that load back to the powerhouse muscles that are meant to support you. The magic is in the neuromuscular connection. Your brain has to relearn how to fire your glutes first, instead of relying on other muscles that have been overcompensating for years. And this isn't just theory, it's backed by science. An 8-week study in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy found that adults over 55 who did glute bridges and core exercises reduced their chronic lower back pain by a massive 42% and improved mobility by over 35%. Think about that: no surgery, no medication, just intentional, consistent movement. Proper form is everything, though. Don't just arch your back. You want to lift your hips only until your shoulders, hips, and knees are in a straight line. Squeeze your glutes at the top, then lower back down slowly, keeping that tension. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. You can even place a pillow between your knees to help with alignment. Each rep helps restore those forgotten strength pathways that years of cautious living have dulled. Next, we have a movement that often gets overlooked but is critical for every single step you take: the seated band abduction. You just sit tall, place a light resistance band above your knees, and gently press your knees outward. It seems small, but this targets your side glutes, the gluteus, medius, and minimus. These are the invisible stabilizers that keep your pelvis level when you walk. When they're weak, your gait changes, your knees become unstable, and your risk of a debilitating fall skyrockets. Research proves how vital this is. A study in the Aging and Balance journals identified hip abduction strength as the single most significant predictor of someone's ability to recover from a slip. In other words, being able to push your knees out